More than $500,000. That was the additional cost to taxpayers when the Fayette County Board of Education voted last fall to ignore the lowest bidder in an artificial turf contract.
Yeah, some serious money. And Fox 5 I-Team senior reporter Dale Russell examined the bid as he continues his ongoing investigation of artificial turf fields in Georgia.
Russ, it's been an interesting investigation over the past few months. We've seen this before in the artificial turf wars. Rather than just pre-qualify bidders and get the best price, a Board of Education asks for proposals and ends up spending hundreds of thousands of your money, tax dollars, more than the lowest bidder. Well, why do they do it? We tried to find out from the Fayette County Board of Education. Mr. President, can we talk to Ms. Bash? Don't go away.
Trying to get answers about why Fayette County Board of Education members spent an extra $500,000 plus to build artificial fields isn't easy.
There was $500,000 of a lower bidder. We were wondering why the board didn't consider that.
I think you can talk to our public information person about the bid process, but I've got to go.
What's he running from? This. Last fall, the Fayette County Board of Education put out requests for proposals to install 4 artificial playing fields across the county.
The specifications seem to be clearly designed around one company.
But immediately, bidders were suspicious. After reading the detailed specifications of what kind of turf the county wanted, John Bogosian of Sprinturf smelled a rat. Sprinturf wrote this letter of complaint, spelling out 5 different manufacturing specifications for a turf that could be provided by only one company, Field Turf.
So your sense is that Fayette County was crafting this request for proposals to make Field Turf the winner?
Well, I clearly, it clearly looks like they had one particular product in mind when they spec'd it.
One of the bidders, Precision Turf, was well known to the board. Earlier, they helped install an artificial turf field at Sandy Creek High School. Precision Turf's proposal included a field turf field. We examined the proposals and staff evaluations. County bid documents stated a bid bond must be submitted with the bid. Evaluations show Precision Turf got a 0 under the category. Submitted bid bond as required.
Most any time in any kind of a RFP process or bid process, that's getting through the gate. If you don't have a bid bond, you're automatically non-responsive and thrown out of the bid.
So how can you win a bid when you don't give the county a bid bond, which is going to protect the taxpayers?
Yeah, I can't answer that. You have to ask Fayette County that question.
We tried.
But we'd like to ask you first, you're the ones who are elected, accountable to the people.
But our efforts led us to a backroom boardroom.
While I have you all here.
Sir, no thank you.
Still no answers. So back to those score sheets. 5 different companies, all well-known, well-respected, graded within 4 points of each other, including John Bogosian's Sprinturf. Deluxe Athletics, using a field turf field, was rated the best. Sprinturf was the lowest bidder by $500,000. So who did the evaluators pick? Precision Turf.
At the end of the day, they chose a vendor that was over $500,000 higher than the lowest bid. So that is a question I think they need to be asked. Why?
We tried.
What the people of this county want to know is, why would you pick a company when another company could have saved you $500,000?
Miss Melinda Berry Dreisbach is our public information officer, and you're welcome to talk with her.
Dr. Barrow told us the exact same thing 5 more times.
Miss Melinda Berry Dreisbach, Miss Melinda Berry Dreisbach, and you're welcome to talk with her. Miss Melinda Berry Dreisbach, and you're welcome to speak with her.
She's our information officer. Would you like me to introduce you to her? She's right out here.
I've heard so much about her, I'd like to meet her.
After all that, when we took our questions to Public Information Officer Melinda Berry Dreisbach, she said, no comment.
That large of a sum of a difference when they're actually stealing from the taxpayers. And in this case, they're stealing from the kids.
What does the board say about that?
You're not going to look good doing this. You can do it however you want to do it, but...
Do you really need to ask?
Now, we reached out to Precision Turf as well with questions, and we never heard back from them. Russ and I.
interesting that they would refer you to Melinda Berry Dreisbach and she wouldn't have anything to say about a significant amount of money.
It's a lot of money. It's the same thing if you remember that we saw in Douglas County. That was an $800,000 figure that they spent over the lowest bid there. It's a lot of money with no answers for taxpayers. I mean, that's surprising to me for elected officials that they should be able to explain. There's a process in place, so tell us why you think this worked and why you think it worked well.
Yeah.
$500,000 is a lot of money for school kids.
We expect a response from elected officials, especially when we're talking about this much money. I hope they'll reconsider and perhaps schedule an interview with you.
I hope so too. And just so viewers may know, this followed phone calls and emails to every one of the board members asking them if we could sit down and talk to them. And that's why we said, okay, we'll go to a board meeting.
Yeah, you don't do the ambush first.
Yeah, no, we don't.
Fair enough. Thanks very much.